Oops. Welcome back, everybody, with more Hitman. It's Friday. Oops. It's Friday. Hi, it's more Hitman. But no new elusive target. There's no new elusive target. What the fuck? Got this guy again. Should we do this? I don't know. Let's do some more fan levels. This looks funny. Curry criminals. Sounds funny. What do I gotta do? Eliminate any method. Optional wearing disguise dumpling cook. Target. Okay. What's with the woman? No intel available for target. Eliminate using any method. Wear disguise, any disguise. Okay. And what's with this guy? Okay, just kill these guys. Again. Every winter, the local restaurant in Chongqing serves a special menu, which includes the city's favorite dumplings with curry. This year, however, some facility employees have decided to take all the spices in town to make this delicacy themselves. The people are demanding for their meal, 47. So our client wants us to retrieve the ingredients from the employees and send them a clear message. You don't mess with the curry. Tasteful hunting. Created for Contract Jam 2. This contract was created by a member of the Hitman community known as Yanini, In for Fun, Curry Maker, and Pichiro. That reminds me of them fucking grapes. I bought some grapes. And they're like the greatest, the best grapes in the world. To me, they're like the best grapes in the world, man. Wow. Great. Anyway. That's right. Alright. Let's do... Nah, man, I've the cowboy suit so many times. How about this midnight black suit? This looks good. Let's try this. Ninja stars. Let's keep this one, the short bowler. Yeah, great. Okay. Wait a minute. Oh, sort of train station. I can't take that woman, man. There we go. So, alright. Here we go. Curry bandits. So, what's going on in the world today? I don't know where to fucking start. Like, let's start with Joe Biden. Like, this speech he was holding, man. How long did it go on? Man, I'm like, please, stop. It went on and on and on, and I was just like, get to the point, man. Like, vote and blah blah blah. And and then the next day, it was like, like the Senate has blocked this and that and this and that. Joe Biden, right? And the day before he was like, rah, 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 and you gotta vote and this and that and you gotta vote and it's all about voting. And yeah. Okay, right, that's what the news was telling me, and it was like a boring speech, man. It was a boring ass speech. It was really boring. So that was the point. To me, that was the point that that told me, like, Joe Biden is like, Donald Trump wasn't that off when he said Sleepy Joe. Because, it almost made me fall asleep listening to the guy talk. Yeah, well, what I'm trying to say is, like, I couldn't imagine him being like a a second-term president. I just simply couldn't. On the other hand, I would not want Donald Trump, like, to become president again. I mean, that would be kind of like somewhat illegal. You know what I mean? No, you don't know what I mean. You do not know what I mean. So, like, it was about black people, right? The speech he was holding it to black people. You know what I mean? And, like, he's white. And, like, the thing is, like, they were, like, debating, like, how this is supposed to, it was about black people, basically, right? The speech was about black people. Simple as that. It was about black people. It was directed towards black Americans, right? Black Americans. Some say Afro-Americans, right? Let's just call them black Americans. Out of convenience. Not out of, not out of status, but just simply out of convenience. I call a motherfucker white out of convenience and not out of status. You get my point? So it's about black. The speech was held towards black Americans for black Americans, right? And it was directed towards black Americans, right? And and the next day it was like, you know what I mean? Like, this is what I think of your speech towards the black Americans, right? Like, you know what I mean? So it was. So now they're like this. So now everybody's like riddled, right? Everybody's like riddled, like, oh, what are we supposed to do? What are we supposed to do, right? So to put it straight, so you had these senators, right? You had these senators in Congress that just simply blocked Joe Biden's ambition to undo this voting rights bill. You know what I mean? Yeah. Okay? And of course there's like a bunch of white guys. It's a bunch of white men. White men in suits. White men in blue and black and what suits. With ties and colored hair, right? And like dirty teeth. You know what I mean? Like the nastiest teeth. You know what I mean? Like So everybody's like, oh, what are we gonna do? What are we gonna do? And we gotta do this. We gotta do it with force or something like that, right? We gotta be more aggressive. And like, to put it straight, like all you gotta do, according to the white man, okay, according to the white man who's sitting in the Senate, all you gotta do is basically worship some white guy who is deserving of, this worshiping. Now, we see these guys worshiping Donald Trump. Now, I know, black people don't want to do that. I mean, they don't want to worship, and you know what? You're not supposed to worship Donald Trump. But, to put it straight, this is what they want. This is what these white guys in the Senate want. They want black people to worship some white figure. Worship. Right? Worship. So, they want black people to stand beneath some, white figure. You get my point? That's what they want. So, what you gotta do is, what you should do is, you should find that white figure, right? You should find that white figure and, I don't know, worship him. And make him president. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? I was thinking like someone like Elvis Presley. You get my point? I was thinking like someone like Elvis Presley. I mean, he's a charismatic guy. He looks good. He knows how to sing the blues. That's important. He knows how to sing the blues. Get my point? He understands the blues. Shit like that. And I mean, what can some white guy in the Senate then say? You know what I mean? What is he supposed to say? if the character is just so popular. Yes, he is popular. Yes, he's more popular than Donald Trump. He's like Elvis Presley. Thank you very much. Yes. Like, I don't know, man. What am I supposed to say, man? You put a black figure there, right? And you know, he's supposed to do his job, and he can't do his job because some white figures in the Senate just don't want to cooperate, right? What are you supposed to do? So, you know, that comes to the next point, to one of the next points I saw in the news. It was about the COVID again, right? You can't stop talking about the COVID. And there's some people like saying they're in the financial world, they're like, oh yeah, the COVID is gonna end this year, and this year, you know, we're gonna bounce back, and you know, and then we're gonna take care of the inflation, and this and that and this and that, right? I mean, I don't know where to fucking start. First of all, that pandemic is not gonna end this year. Okay, I'm assuming it'll take like about 10 years before this pandemic is actually considered over. You know, like, you look at China, man. God damn. You look at China, I was just now today, it was about travel bans for people of the United States, because people of the United States got that COVID, and they bring in that COVID into China. Imagine that. And the Chinese are like, fuck that shit, no way, you ain't getting into this country. Travel ban. Okay? You get my point? Because of COVID. No, zero COVID rule. You're not coming in. So then I'm seeing, like, you know, the Chinese handling that COVID outbreak, right? They locking a city down. 1.5 million people, or 15 million people, something like that, right? 14 million people. They locking the city down. They locking the city down, man. People have to stay inside, this and that, you know. And you know, you got people outside. They cooking meals for the people, man. You know what I'm saying? Free of charge. Free of fucking charge. Imagine that. And people are so grateful, like, oh, I'm so grateful. Here, take the money. Take this money. I'm so grateful, right? Yeah, people, you know, the Chinese, they helping each other out. You know what I'm saying? They helping each other out in some kind of socialist matter, right? They're like, here, we're Chinese, right? We're Chinese, we're communists, right? We're socialists. We help each other, right? In these times and shit, and the government is, you know, the government is cool with that, right? With that socialist shit. I mean, it's free of charge, right? The government is cool with that, and you know, the Chinese, basically, that's the way the Chinese pulled through. They pulled through together. They pulled through that COVID shit. They pulled through together. You know what I'm saying? Now, you know, I said, like, this will take about 10 years before it's considered over, the pandemic. Now, compare what I'm just saying is, you know, the Chinese, they pulled through together. Now, compare China with the United States. Do you understand why I say this will be over in 10 years? Do you understand it? Do you understand it now? You got the Chinese on the one side, they pulling together, and you got the United States on the other side. They're tearing everything apart. They're tearing everything apart, and it's a bunch of white guys. It's just a bunch of white people. It's just like a handful, or let's say, like, you know, a couple of white people who tear everything apart. You get my point? You get my point? This pandemic is not going to end this year. When you got these people tearing everything apart all the fucking time. You know what I mean? So yeah, the masks, the tests, the vaccine, the mutations, the research. It goes on and on and on, and these dumb, how do you say? These dumb, eerie, white motherfuckers, man, who just keep fucking things up. You know what I'm saying? I'm thinking like, yeah, 10 years. Either it'll take like 10 years for people to act straight and finally pull together, right? For the next generation to grow, to come, step up, act straight, and then the nation will pull together. Or it'll take like 10 years for these motherfuckers to fucking die. So that the country can finally pull together and the pandemic could end. You get my point? And now we come into the next part. It was about this interview with Dr. Fauci. I mean, the guy, I don't need to explain who this guy is. He's the CDC director, right? He's some kind of doctor. He's been in this line of profession for 35 years. So I don't know. He was when this AIDS epidemic was going on in the world, right, in the East and the West. He was basically some CDC director. You know what I mean? And yeah, that's how he earned his credit with this AIDS. With this AIDS shit. And so now he was again he was like being heard in the Senate, and like this is what I mean, man. So you had this Rand Paul guy, and it was like interrogating him, and you heard it before. He was like, "You're responsible for the COVID-19 outbreak, and this is all your fault, and this and that," right? And you're like. And now, then again, he was blaming him for something, just, like, simply flat blaming him for something, right? And it was the same fucking debate. On television, the same fucking debate, the same fucking face, and the same fucking meme from this Rand Paul guy. I'm like, you get my point. So, talk about Rand Paul. I first saw the guy when he wanted to become president, and it was a totally different person. He was a totally different person. But after this Donald Trump shit, this guy turned very, very bitter. So he thinks he like knows it all because he's got, like, let's say, his ear on some pulse of information, right? But it's just some pulse, right? It's just some pulse. Okay, so he doesn't know what he's hearing, but he's hearing something, right? He doesn't know what he's getting, but he's getting information. You get my point? And because he's getting the information, he believes the information because he's getting it. And he's Rand Paul. You get my point? So then, like, so then Dr. Fauci shows like this internet site, whereas saying, oh my god, and then they arguing, right? And then this next guy's like, this is how much you earn, Mr. Fauci. Look at this. This is how much it has nothing to do with with why the guy was actually there. It had nothing to do with anything with the coronavirus. The money, his salary, and the death threats he was talking about. It had nothing to do with this. So why was the guy actually there? Now what I'm trying to say is, or better say how I felt after watching just a small portion of that interview, or that interrogation, right? Is like, the standards that these Americans have and prefer. My friend, those are low standards. Those are low standards. I consider them to be low life standards. You know what I'm saying? You have, how do I put it? You have lawmakers. Thank you. I wouldn't say politicians. You have lawmakers that have such kind of standards, and then, sadly surprising, you have lawmakers that have these kind of standards. There is like such a huge difference, right? Now you look back when you talk about Dr. Fauci, and you look back when this guy started, and the lawmakers and their standards, the difference wasn't that big. I don't know, ever since Donald Trump, bolstered in, things have changed. Dramatically, rapidly, things have changed. And you know what? I don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? I don't give a fuck. The thing is, like, this Dr. Fauci guy, I never ever heard of the guy ever in my life until Donald Trump presented him to the world, to the United States. Okay? So if Mr. Rand Paul wants to blame anyone, he should blame Donald Trump for introducing Dr. Fauci to the world. You get my point? This is all because of Donald Trump. The guy these people worship. You know what I'm saying? The guy causes nothing but problems. Really. If it's not problems for the United States, it's problems for the rest of the world. Let's let's be clear. Let's be fucking crystal clear. So these are the standards the United States, have. And it's like, it's disgusting. Honestly, to me, it's disgusting. Now, Dr. Fauci may be Dr. Fauci, and, that's that. But you know what? I can handle it, Dr. Fauci. Okay? I can handle it. And I could tolerate a Dr. Fauci. I could tolerate a Dr. Fauci. But you know what I can't tolerate? Well, yeah, I can't tolerate a Donald Trump in politics. And I can't tolerate a bunch of low-life... How did I put it? How do I say? I can't tolerate like a bunch of lowlife. Ugh. These really nasty people. Nasty people in the U.S. Senate. So the reason why Rand Paul, was attacking Dr. Fauci's again is of what state is he the senator of again? So he's having troubles in his state. Right? And because he's having troubles in this state, people are complaining. They are complaining about the laws and everything. People are complaining. You know what I'm saying? These mixed decisions and these mixed opinions are tearing states, the United States, apart. Right? And these white people, or let's say like these, I call them white because... How do I put it? Out of convenience, yeah. I call them white people out of convenience, not out of standard. Thank you. Just out of convenience. These white people in the Senate, they tear everything apart. On purpose. On purpose. And then they demand some kind of donation? I mean, what? They demand some kind of donation and then giving out death threats? That is low life. That is low fucking life. That is so fucking low life. I cannot tolerate something like that. in the United States Senate House? The House of the Senate? These guys with these low life standards. Really low life standards. Low life standards. So low life. Low life standards. I mean, look at this, man. You know, like, the rest of the world doesn't care because it's just so low life. They're like, fuck that shit. That is so low life. Nobody cares about these white people in the US Senate that have these low life standards. Nobody cares about them because they're so low life. They're not worth talking to. They're not worth negotiating with. Nothing. And their fucking states, that's their problem. This Rand Paul has a problem. Again. And he blames Dr. Fauci. And Dr. Fauci is supposed to fix his problem. Is it right? Please donate, Mr. Fauci. And the next guy. Is this your salary? You know what I'm saying? Everybody, the senators. Imagine that. The senators. The lawmakers. The lawmakers. Ooh. What a title, right? Lawmaker. My God. That is so fucked up, man. It's disgusting. It's so fucking disgusting. So yeah, I said like in 10 years, it's probably going to be over in 10 years, right? So we're going to have to endure the COVID, let's say like 10 more years. Most likely. Most likely. You get my point? Because, you know, the United States just doesn't pull together. And they will not pull together because of these white people in the Senate. These dumb fucking white people in the Senate that just like love tearing everything apart. So, you know, you have them not, let's say you have them not in power and they want to tear everything apart, and then you have them in power and they want to tear everything apart. So it's not like a matter of Democrat or Republican in that matter. It's just a matter of these people. These specific people. I wouldn't even say it's a matter of Donald Trump because the guy is not there. He's not there anymore. You know what I'm saying? He's not to be seen in politics. You can hear him on the phone if you want to, but you could just fucking hang up. You know what I'm saying? I could call my dad and talk to my dad. Or I could just simply not call him and not talk to him because I'm busy. I'm a busy man. I'm a very busy man. Maybe I don't have the time. Maybe I don't have the strength right now to call the United States. You get my point? You don't have to talk to Donald Trump. Nobody has to talk to Donald Trump. You get my point? Nobody. The guy can talk and people can listen the same way I can talk and people listen. You know? That's that. The guy can say that's a great guy. And I say that's a fucked up asshole. He's an idiot. He's a moron. Right? He's a lowlife. A fucking lowlife. He's a degenerate. This was the guy 4 years ago. Right? And this is the guy 4 years later. He's a degenerate. Total degenerate. Paranoia, right? How do you say? Egocentric, right? Paranoia, egocentric, totally egocentric. and has like a sense of false pride. That's fucked up, man. What can I say? It's disgusting. It's absolutely disgusting. So, I don't know. So you have the COVID, right? And you got people in the ICUs, people on a ventilator. It just won't stop, right? It just won't stop. Hospitals overflowing. People can't take it anymore, right? People quitting their jobs, people having to burn out, people, reporting in sick. People want to stay home. People don't want to work anymore. I get it. I get it. You know what? Everybody around the world feels that way because of the pandemic. Everybody around the world feels that way because of the inflation. Right? Everybody feels that way. Everybody. Like, in the hospital, you have patients on the ventilator, and they have to take a shit, and you can't drag them to the bathroom because they can't move, so you have to scoop their ass out. You know what I'm saying? And that on a daily, regular basis, you have like 100 patients, you gotta scoop their asses out, right? And people just simply can't take it anymore, right? So what do? They call in the military to scoop out the patients' asses, right? And it's like, and you get my point? That is, whoa. I mean, having to look at that, and think about it. Having to clean that shit up, and having to smell it, ugh. And then you having to smell in your mask. You having to smell on your clothes. You smell like shit all day. Believe me, man, I know what I'm talking about, right? You got the military having to clean up, U.S. military, right, having to help out because people just can't take it anymore. It goes on and on and on. It won't stop. And then you have these white lawmakers, right, these white people in the Senate. They promoting that shit. Yeah, scoop that ass out. They want their own ass scooped out, right? That's nasty. Nasty people. Those are nasty people. Those are the standards they prefer. Right. These are the standards these lawmakers prefer. Now, is this the kind of standard Donald Trump prefers also? Does he like his ass getting licked out and shit? That's nasty. That's a nasty man. That is a nasty man. Man, Americans seem to be really... I seem to be off track here. Americans are really, really nasty people, it seems. I mean, that can't be it, man. That simply can't be it. I have people visiting the United States, they say like Americans are the most polite people in the world. And then you look in the news and they showing you a different picture, man. You're looking at the world news, man. Global news, they showing you a different picture, man. I mean, what, are Americans really that polite? Yeah? All Americans? Right? They say like we as a nation. So anyway, like this is gonna go on, and it's gonna go on. It's not gonna stop in the near future. It isn't. You have the COVID, you have the inflation, right? The inflation, means higher prices, and higher prices demand higher performance. Or let's say higher prices equals higher performance. So either you work harder, better, faster, or you earn less. You get my point? It's like you can't do anything against it. It's like the clock. It's like the clock has they speeding up the clock. Simply as that, right? They speeding up the clock. You're looking at the clock. You're like, oh my God! It's how time has passed, and then you working faster, right? You working faster. Automatically, right? Or you're like, fuck it. Well, then you don't earn that much, right? Because you didn't perform harder, better, or faster. But yeah, this is the inflation. This is what you're feeling. Everybody's feeling it. The clock, they speeding up the clock. All around the world, the clock is speeding up. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking at the clock. This can't be. I'm not that slow. I'm fucking fast. And you know what? The clocks, they spin out of control. Because I'm like thinking like, oh, I'm supposed to work even harder now and even faster and even better, right? And it's like the clocks, they jumping out of control. Like, I'm looking at the clock and it's like, really, man, the clocks ain't working anymore. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, everybody trying to fuck with me, right? The inflation can't stop me, man. that shit, man. Inflation can't stop me. Fuck that shit. Everything explodes. Everything explodes, man. But yeah, this is what you're feeling. You know, people can't take it. I understand it. I get it. You know, people can't take it. You got kids in school, they can't take it, right? And they're writing a test. And, they're thinking about one question, and then the time's almost up. You're like, what the fuck? The clock's speeding up. Everything is speeding up. Inflation. And you're like, what the fuck? And then you get a bad grade, and you're like, I can't take this anymore. And you're looking at the news and shit, right? Blah, 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 blah. Stress, stress, stress. And you can't keep up. You can't keep up. You can't catch up. You can't keep up. You're like, oh my god, you got kids committing suicide because they can't keep up with the time, with this so-called time, right? They can't keep up. You know what I'm saying? You working, man, and you burning out. You know what I'm saying? You can't finish your work and everything, right? Your boss is like, oh, you gotta work faster, you gotta work harder, you gotta make it shit in time. You know what I'm saying? People putting you on a list. Oh, bad performance, right? Not so good performance. They putting you on a list. They judging you. That's right. That's what they call it. People judging you, man. All of a sudden, people judging you. They judging you even harder. Harder than before. You know why? Because of inflation. Because of the inflation, people start judging you harder. Or they start judging you. You feel me? And, it's the clock runs faster now. They speeding up the clock because of inflation. That is the inflation. That's the inflation you're feeling. Rising prices, clock speeding up. You're supposed to work harder, better, faster. You know what I'm saying? You got people, man, they reporting sick. They busting their leg, man. They breaking their leg. People breaking their leg. They say, oh, I can't work. Look at me. I have a broken leg. Oh, you poor guy, right? And then they can stay at home. They're like, oh, finally. But that doesn't stop the clock from spinning, man. You know what I'm saying? Time doesn't stop. It goes on faster and faster, and you getting out of touch. Right? You getting out of touch. But the thing is, like, you don't want it. You're giving up. The thing is, it makes you want to give up. That is what it is, right? It is what it is. It makes you want to give up. This inflation. It makes you want to give up. Now, we had this before. This thing we call inflation, we had it before. And you know what? People gave up. People gave up. And, businesses lost money. And, they came up with the idea to just print money. The same way, nowadays. And, and then they started demanding stuff from other countries because they were printing their own money. And then, they started a war. And that's how these world wars start. It starts out with people giving up because of the inflation. You know what I mean? It starts with people giving up. And businesses losing money. And then the businesses going to the state and wanting the state to print money so that they can keep running their business. I mean, why not just stop the inflation, right? Let's just stop the inflation. Let's just stop judging each other, right? Let's just, turn back the clock. Slow down time. Let's just slow down time. That's right. Slow down time. And then, I go to work and I take it all easy, right? I take it all slow and smooth. Yeah, right. And then I go shopping and all the prices are down. Right. You know what I'm saying? Let's just stop the inflation. Now, who's against that? Everybody who's against, stopping the inflation, please raise your hand. Oh, I can see a bunch of dumb low-life motherfuckers there, right? Not wanting to raise their hand because they want to earn a lot of money. Right? Inflation means high prices, and they like to torment people, right? That's right. sick, low-life bastard motherfuckers, right, in the U.S. Senate. People like Donald Trump, right? Rich people, super duper rich people, making even more profits because of inflation. They wouldn't consider stopping, would they? They can't print their own money. They're not allowed to print their own money. Only the state is allowed to print money. Yeah. Donald Trump can't print his own money, can he? I don't think so. I don't think so. If it were that easy, right? But I'm telling you, man, no fucking inflation can stop me. Now, you know, you got people giving up. You got people dying because of the COVID. And it's not gonna stop either. Right? So, you know, in 10 years, you know, this pandemic is most likely gonna be considered over or forgotten. And you know, in 10 years, this inflation will be gone too. Which means that in 10 years, these people are gonna be dead. In this time span, right? In 10 years, these guys are gonna be dead. And you know, that's that. And their money is gonna be gone. They're, you know, I had a discussion today with a colleague who works in a different kind of sector, and you know, he was talking about his finances, and he said, and his health, right? And he said, like, you know, if I die, I can't take my money with me, right? You know what I'm saying? So then he was like thinking about like spending his money in some timely order, so that when his money is gone, he, you know, so when his time runs out, he's gonna have no more money because he spent it in, you know, in a timely order. So that was he was talking about, right? You know what I mean? The money is gone. Right? If you die, the money is gone. You get my point? The money is gone. But that's that. I'm feeling the inflation, man. I'm really feeling it. I'm really feeling it, man. It's not pretty. It's not pretty. It's totally brutal. It's totally brutal. But you know what? The same is with the deflation. That's totally brutal too. Imagine like you can't get a job. You know what I'm saying? It's not like, you know, now it's like, you know, there are a lot of jobs available, but people just don't want to work because it's just too exhausting, and they gotta work fast, and they gotta work hard. You know what I'm saying? The employers don't give a fuck. Help wanted, this and that. You know, there are jobs en masse. You know what I'm saying? Hard labor, medium labor, physical labor, you name it. You know what I'm saying? It's not like everybody's looking for game developers. No, no, no. You know what I'm saying? Everybody looking for laborers. You know, but imagine like a deflation. That is, you know, like, imagine you can't get a job. You know what I'm saying? Imagine you fucking can't get a job. Then, you know, you're gonna be judged too. People are gonna judge you too. You know, employers are gonna judge you. Companies are gonna judge you. Start judging you when there's a deflation. Listen, I can't hire anybody, right? Deflation, man. You know what I'm saying? Currency dropping. Education dropping. No education anymore. Right? People are motherfucking ugly. The women especially, right? Women are motherfucking ugly. That's deflation, man. Ugly women. Ugh. I don't want to have sex with that bitch. Ugh, yuck. Deflation, man. No, you know what I'm saying? Women, that's what deflation actually means, man. Women being ugly. Women being considered ugly, right? Like, you know what I'm saying? You wouldn't want to have sex with a woman because she's so ugly, or she's so nasty, or she's so dirty. Deflation, man. Like, ugh, nah. You catching an illness from women, man. Women being unhygienic. Totally unhygienic. So yeah, I went to, to retail school, and this one teacher said, after the inflation comes the deflation. That's what she said, right? So, so sooner or later that's gonna come, right? Women becoming unattractive. People not reproducing, and then like the prices drop, right? And you're having a lot of money, but also like, sooner or later there aren't going to be any jobs available then. It's like it's all entwined, but it's really that way, right? Deflation really means that women become unattractive. I mean, what is a nation? What is a currency? What does the currency of a nation represent? Does it represent some kind of structure? No, it's supposed to represent the people who are living in the nation. Now, if there aren't many people living in a nation, or better said, if the tendency of drops, then the currency drops. If the tendency is stable, then the currency is stable. If the tendency rises, for example, if more and more immigrants, if more and more immigrants come into the country, this tendency rises, right? Then the currency would also rise. In that sense. And then you have these people, transferring the currency into other nations so that that currency rises. It's all inflation. It's all inflation. It's all inflation. You know what I mean? I'm like, fuck all that shit, man. I don't need that shit in my life. I know how the world is supposed to work. You know what I'm saying? I don't need that fucking shit in my life. I'm not stupid. Inflation can't stop me, man. It can't stop me. And this deflation can't stop me either, man. Fuck it. Can't stop me. So most of the time, if there's a deflation, then that's when people go to war. That is when people really go to war. There's no outway out of that. When this deflation shit comes, then you're gonna feel it. They're gonna drag your ass to war. They're gonna drag your ass to war, and then your survival instincts are gonna kick in, and then you are going to impregnate a woman or something, right? That's just the way it is. Then they force you to go to war. Like, oh, we got that deflation coming up, right? Everything is so saturated, right? Women are considered ugly, nasty, blah blah. Yeah. What else did I say? Oh yeah, the education, right? Education level dropping. And you go into war. Motherfuckers can't stop me, man. They can't stop me. Oops. So yeah, you don't have to like it what I say. But if you're afraid, I mean, that just tells it that it's the truth what I'm saying. I mean, if you're a critic, right? If you want to listen to some Dr. Fauci or some Rand Paul, be my guest. But you know what I'm saying, and you know what I'm saying is true. You simply know it, so you gotta live with it. You gotta live with it. You can't give up. You can't let the inflation beat you. That's what I'm trying to say. This is the message I'm trying to get through. There are a lot of jobs out there. Okay? Go get them. Really, go get them. And, like, beat the inflation. Okay? Beat the inflation. Listen. How do I put it? How do I put it? How do I put it? If there were an artificial intelligence, right? Let's put it like that. If there were an artificial intelligence, and you had the option to listen to the artificial intelligence, or to listen to some greedy motherfucker, I mean, who would you listen to? On what steps to take next? I mean, nobody wants to go to war, right? Right? So, if it'd be best for you to just, live your life, and let's say, then it'd be best for you to live your life. It'd be if it were best for you to go to school, then it would be best for you to go to school. If it were best for you not to go to college, if it really were best for you, really, then it would be best for you not to go to college. You get my point? Do you understand what I'm trying to say? Don't give up. Don't let the inflation beat you. And don't let the deflation frighten you. Or let's say, don't be afraid of the deflation, okay? I mean, really. This goes like all out. This goes to all out. Don't be afraid of the deflation. Because after the inflation comes the deflation. The thing is to keep everything stable. And to keep everything stable, you gotta listen to what, I mean, look at this, the Chinese, man. I mean, the Chinese are the grand example on how to master this shit. They pull in together. They had that 1-child rule, they have that 2-child rule, now they have a 3-child rule. You know what I mean? They understand how things work. Chinese government, they understand. I'm not like saying, like, I understand shit too. Right, and I'm just one guy. I don't need a bunch of Chinese guys telling me what to do. I need people to, I don't need a bunch of Chinese telling me what to do. I know what to do, right? And I don't need So Chinese, they know what's going on, and they, they know how this shit works, right? And who would want a bunch of white low-life motherfuckers, messing up shit just because they feel like it? You know what I mean? And then, when this war starts, they're gone. You know what I mean? They just love to tear up shit. That's it. Right? And, the world would be a better place without them. I guarantee you, this world would be a better place without these guys. And everything would be easier to manage. And everything would be easier to get under control if it weren't for these people. Believe me. And I'm pretty sure the Chinese would be obliged to help things settle down and, return back to this so-called normal. That, people could just concentrate on their work and not have any worries. Or be, be inflicted with doubts and worries and sorrow, and you know what I mean? Nobody wants that. But no good people want that, right? Good people don't want that. It's only bad people that want that. You get my point? Do you understand? Do you understand? Only bad people want that. If you can't concentrate on your work, right? If you're inflict you with doubt, pain and sorrow, and these negative thoughts. Only bad people want that. Yeah, and take away your food. That's right. Oh man, don't tell me I gotta go to the. Oh man.
My knee is so sore. Like that. I fell over because a homeless woman suddenly jumped up right in front of me. She was hiding.
Oh my god.
Nice suit. Wow. Who's the tailor? But I'm sorry, can't let you through.
What was the code again? Oh, it's a woman.
Hello there, sir.
I'm fucking tired, man. It's late. I actually want to go to sleep now because I gotta work tomorrow again. I had such a hard day today. I woke up 5 in the morning, cleaned up my apartment, kitchen, toilet, was mopping the floor, disinfecting the floor, everything, like dusting off my consoles, cleaning up the couch, cleaning up the table, you know, changing the bed sheets, everything, man. Everything was so dusty and dirty. Ugh, disgusting. Oh my god. I forgot the code. Is it 188?
I see so much. Today's code. 1, 3. No. Come on, think. 01. Definitely 01. Something. 18. Well, you should not.
What?
Command, please acknowledge. Come in, command. All right. There's a hard-ass criminal out there. We need to apprehend him. Command, do you read me? Over. Right now. Shit.
Man, why didn't he throw it in her face? I can't take her disguise. Oh, great. I thought I could take her disguise. What was the code now? 1. Fuck it. Fuck. I forgot the code. Wait a minute. 1167, is it that? Oh, great. The code. Figure out the code. Ah. Locked from the other side. How many people died in the United States? Fauci said something about 800,000 people died in 2 years, right? Yeah, imagine it should go on 10 years. How many people could potentially die? Yes, this will be over in in this year. I don't think so, man. I don't think so. Yeah, mass production and test production and these vaccine, it'll stop in a year, right? And investors are like, yeah, right. This is just people trying to rip you off as an investor, right? You're trying to rip investors off. That's it. You like, I'm on, really?
It's so much different than it used to be.
Oh god, lowlifes, man. The fucking lowlifes. Same with this Rand Paul, right? Donate. Donate. Like, please donate. Dr. Fauci is. It's Dr. Fauci's fault. Oh. That's ridiculous, man. That's so fucked up. Can I go down here? I probably can, okay. Hey, wait a minute. Why are they standing there all the fucking time?
Command, you there? Oh, crap!
Hello? Is anybody home?
I need...
Yes, okay, I understand.
Great.
Huh? What? Oh, crap. Oh, God.
He's just standing there.
Oh, crap. Oh, God. Huh? What? Oh, crap.
You're the guy who beat the shit out of my car. Oh yeah, that's him alright. I watched the whole thing. Swinging, well, I knocked out my eye swinging around this chain. Where's the, here he is. Gonna have to disguise myself. Oh, now the door is open. Motherfuckers, man. Bam.
I need help. You're not gonna grow up.
Like, what the fuck?
Watch out for those guys.
They don't let anyone pass without a gun.
Why would they like stopping treatment? What if someone slipped through? Get their legs broken.
Yes, that's okay.
You don't have clearance to open this door.
Like, what the fuck?
I'd just love to know about Royce's project. I'm sure it's something brilliant.
Could be.
I think she can see the essence of things, like gaze through options for power.
What? That's just nonsense. I think it's her project. She's testing it on the staff. It must be some kind of profiling tool.
Come on, you analysts already mastered the art of profiling. I think it's something a lot bigger than that.
Okay. Oh, no, he's walking away. This is not bad. Oh, this guy's got a yellow tie. Who does he think he is? Donald Trump? Is he talking?
I wonder when Hush will be back in the facility. A bit weird how we just stopped coming in.
Isn't it because of his system?
No. I heard Roy talking about how
Dr. Pop. Oh yeah. The deflation.
Access denied.
What? Alright, he's not responding. Am I supposed to shoot this guy? I can't save, right? Oh god. Alright, 47. You hang in there. You hang in there, man.
No way. Never. That shit ain't. It's one smoke. So stingy. I'm the stingy one here. Screw you. Christ, fine. I'll buy you lunch to make up for it. You're gonna be so pissy. You can forget your wallet and make me foot the bill. I'm not falling for that again.
Are you tracking this shit in a notebook or something?
Yes. Wow.
I see.
Lost visual. Anyone got eyes on Tango?
Negative. I don't have a visual. I do not have a visual.
No! You Templeman! God damn it!
Well, he woke the guy pretty fast. Yeah, flush him down the toilet. That's right. Yes, I stand ready to accept your waste. I accept your waste. Here, take it. Huh? A body bag? No. Oh, isn't that nice? Actually didn't see the body.
Should have just gotten out of... What?
I want my crowbar. Nah. I lost my crowbar. What the fuck? I can't get it back. Oh god, man. What a nightmare, right?
It makes me feel I see what everyone
That was a fun mission, I gotta say. It got out of hand, but I managed it thanks to the toilet. Really, thanks to the toilet. If it weren't for the toilet, they would have gotten me. Yeah, we're going this way. Oh, wait a minute, did I haven't taken this exit. What is this exit? No, no, that's not the train station.
It's 3 in the morning.
What the fuck? What is this?
Okay. I've put off asking this for long enough. Quiet. How was it? I want to know everything.
Oh, look at that, man.
Ah, hello there.
Tell me.
How do I... He's demon bodies, man. Holy shit. You can search till the cows come home, yeah. I'm long gone, man. I'm long gone. Like, how do I get up there? Motherfuckers, man. Can I, like, jump up here? I think it did, yeah. How do I get up there? This pipe, maybe.
Seriously? Get out of my face.
Huh.
So how was your trip? You went to Florida, right? Did you see lights? Oh, we went to Iceland, but yeah, they weren't as bright as they
I gotta wait for this guy to, like...
That sounds like he's completely disappointed.
This guy. He's gotta make a phone call, right? Come on, give me the code. No, you ain't giving it. Great.
I'm gonna be rich. Get the hell out of here. I got this one. I didn't say that.
Oh. Oh my god. Don't be cook. Hired gun. It was a cool mission. Really cool. Quite challenging. Man, I'm so fucking tired. Reach for the skies, cold shoulder. Yeah, well, the new elusive target, or there's like, I don't know. We're gonna have to wait. I'm gonna like, you know, wait till the next elusive target is out. And if it's an elusive target I haven't, you know, finished yet, then we're gonna do that. Oops. But until then,